Hello everyone, I'm Sam and I'm actually so excited to make this video. I have so many different random things that I can't wait to talk about, and I honestly think if you were to get them, your life will never be the same again. You'll be absolutely hooked and you can't imagine living without these things. They're all small, silly, but I just think they add that quality of life in just some weird and wacky ways that is brilliant. So the first thing I want to talk about is this guy over here. This is something I got a few years ago as a present from my aunt, and at the start I was thinking, why do I need a clock? What's different about this one? But honestly, this is such a game changer, and I will have a clock or alarm clock that does what this one can do for the rest of my life. A clock, but also has a projector on it. And the fact it projects is way more useful when you actually experience it on a day-to-day basis than it actually sounds. When it's at night, you don't have to come up and look around and find what time it is on the clock. Although again, if you did want to do this, it also lights up, which I think is really cool. But I just think it's such a pleasure to have to save that tiny bit of energy just to be able to literally look up and see what time it is projected above my head. And sometimes when I go to a hotel or something like that where I don't have this, honestly, I feel it. I have to stretch all the way to the other side of the bed, go down, turn on my phone, and I rue not being at home when I can just look up and see the clock shining at me 24 hours a day whenever I might need it. But there we go, that's this one. Let's move on to the next one. So let's next talk about the Living Well One Line a Day book. This is basically my diary, and you might have seen in my other video about how not to prepare for the new academic year. But as opposed to it just being a normal diary, what I think is amazing about this one is we can see how each page is split into 5 different sections for 5 different years. Basically, there's 365 pages in the book. The first page is titled January the 1st, and the last page is December 31st. And the page is split up by lines to make 5 sections. And because every day of the year has its own page, when you get 1 year later on that same date, you can look back on your page and see exactly what you did a year ago today, 2 years ago today, and I think that's really cool. I've been doing this every single day since my 16th birthday, which is 1,298 days now. And that's really cool because I can now look back at any different part of my life since then and see what I was thinking that day, what I did that day. I find it also just really helps you appreciate the moments and all the small things that go on. You try and make a mental note of that was really cool, and I'll write that down later on, even if it's something really small. For example, you're coming down onto the tube and the train's right there, you can get on, and it's just that nice slice of luck that otherwise might go ignored and you never think about again. I hope you're enjoying the video and the suggestions so far. I would normally ask you to subscribe, but today I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who subscribed recently, mostly since that video, which blew up. So thanks everyone for subscribing. And instead today, I'll just be really interested, if you have any of these kind of things that you think are game changers, please leave them in the comments, because I was skeptical about most of these things that changed my life. So if you have any, I'm probably going to try them out and it might be another win. I do answer every comment, so leave it down and I will look into it. And thank you to all of those who have also commented, and I've had some really nice conversations with a few people. You know who you are, but I really appreciate you guys as well. But anyway, that's enough rambling. Let's go on to the next suggestion. Next, let's talk about these things here, this black card, which is a tile Bluetooth, basically a tracker. These trackers come in loads of different shapes and sizes. So this one here is obviously for a wallet. We have a little thing here which had a hole which I put on my lanyard for when I was working in my school. And this is a button which I've stuck onto my computer charger. But the idea of these is for people who are slightly messy maybe. I'm definitely like that. Sometimes I leave things in places I can't remember. And it's really frustrating. And it is such a simple solution. But the idea is you put this, for example, in your wallet, and it connects via Bluetooth. So if you ever lose your wallet, you can get the app on your phone and ring up this specific tile, and it makes a nice tune, and so you can walk around your house finding exactly where you put your wallet. It's just so cool when you do lose something, especially in the situations where you do need to find these things quickly. For example, if I'm about to go get a train and I don't know where my wallet is, that's obviously a problem, but I can find this, and then you go and you can leave your house immediately, and it honestly is just such a game changer. I mean, best case scenario is you keep everything always in the same place and you never need to do these things, but I guess it's also if things actually get lost. If you're in uni and you leave something in the library and you're in a different room in the library, actually maybe the library's not the best example because it does give this loud tune, but the idea is you'll be able to work out if it's on you or if it's somewhere else. Let's next talk about this guy over here, who I thought has a nice face that also would work well for a thumbnail. He has 2 uses. Number one, his hair is for a cleaner, for a phone screen or a computer. But in general, I just like to put my phone in him, and you can have it standing up to watch something. It's really simple, but I just enjoy it so much. Let's say I'm eating, sometimes I would have my phone flat, and that's a bit annoying if you're trying to watch something, or you try and balance it on a bowl or on a sauce jug or something like that. But this way, bang, that's in front of you, put your phone in, amazing. Of course, you can get these for different size things as well. So you can get them for a computer size, which might be useful if you like to use a computer a lot. But sometimes I do put my textbooks on there, and that's really useful if I have one thing I can have in front of me. And again, it's nicer to have a textbook slightly up as opposed to on the table. You can just see it better. You've got to take the small wins. So that's this guy, who's a representative of all of these things, but just give you a slight angle. Also, I think it looks really cool. Finally, let's talk about this big pillow here that's been here for a while. What is this? Basically, it goes on your bed and acts like a bit of a backboard if you don't have a backboard. It can also be a bit of a side pillow. It's just another one of those things that's so unassuming, and you think, well, that really doesn't make so much of a difference. But I love it. If I'm sitting in bed trying to watch something on an iPad, for example, I can put that up and I can just nicely relax with this being right against the wall. I like to sleep on my side sometimes, so if I don't have a pillow that easily does that for me, you can put your head on one of the arms and just kind of face outwards, which again is really cool. The only thing you have to be careful of with this is when you chuck it off your bed onto the floor, you don't have it, so it squashes the arms. So every night before I go to bed, if I'm using this and then chuck it off, I have to make sure that it's this way around, so the arms are kept at this nice angle that they have. But there we go. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.